question about Russia shifting. We have seen some Russian units being redirected from operations in and around Ukraine to the Kursk area. But these are just early reports that we're seeing. I can't say with certainty how many or how many more may go or what their intentions would be. But we have begun to see some Russian units being reapplied to the Kursk area. I simply am not qualified to answer that question. I can't and won't speak for Ukrainian military operations, and I certainly am in no position to, since I'm not going to speak for what their intent ultimately is, I can't speak to their ability to achieve whatever objective they're trying to achieve. So I really just need to leave it at that. And on Putin, difficult to say. All I can tell you is that we have seen some units being reapplied and sent to that area. But it's not clear right now how many are eventually going to go and what their military mission is going to be. So I know it's not a very satisfactory answer, but it's an honest one. We're watching this closely, but we can't say with certainty exactly what Mr. Putin's going to do. Well, I reckon if he's moving troops over there, he's got some level of concern about what's going on. I don't know whether that qualifies as distress or not, but he certainly is reacting, at least in some way, to what's happening in the Kursk Oblast. But we haven't seen or heard any escalatory rhetoric, particularly around nuclear weapons, in recent days. I think the way we would describe this sentence of 12 years is vindictive cruelty. I mean, we've spoken out about her case before when she was charged and arrested. The sentence just proves all the more that there's no real system of justice coming out of Moscow. So we're going to continue to seek consular access to her, of course, and we're going to continue, as we have been, trying to work for her release. But to your question, it's nothing less than just vindictive cruelty. We're talking about $50 to try to alleviate the suffering of people of Ukraine. And to call that treason is just absolutely ludicrous.
All right, good afternoon. A few things. So we have seen some Russian units be redirected from operations in Ukraine towards the Kursk area. These are just early reports, so I can't really say with certainty the numbers or, their objectives, but we have seen some movement. At the top, and then happy to take your questions. Yesterday, Secretary Austin spoke with his UK counterpart. So right now, what I would say is it's still too early to tell. And we are, the Secretary had a call with Minister Umerov yesterday. Throughout the department, we are engaging with the Ukrainians, trying to get a better understanding of their objectives. So I don't have more for you right now. It's something that we're continuing to engage on. We're going to continue to monitor.
Thank you, Sabrina. Two questions, excuse me. Two questions on Russia, Iran, and North Korea.
Nothing has changed in terms of our policy. So the policy that we set out from the beginning and allowing those counterfire measures to take place around that Sumy area, nothing's changed on that. Nothing has changed on our long range, fires policy as well. We still believe that with the coalition that we've built through the UDCG, that we are providing the Ukrainians what they need on the battlefield to be successful in that northeast area region and in the south. And we believe that they have the capabilities to be successful with what we've given them.
Thank you. So, I have a couple on Ukraine. So Ukraine is asking for permission to use Western weapons for.
You've seen from some of our announcements that the Secretary has made is that we are moving additional capabilities into the region so that regional tensions can calm, and so that we're bolstering our security presence should we need to defend Israel if Iran were to attack. We don't want to see that happen, which is why we've been very clear, and you've heard Secretary Blinken speak to this as well, and Secretary Austin, when they were on their trip in the Indo-Pacific together just a few weeks ago, that we've been very clear with Iran directly, publicly, and privately, that we do not want to see this broaden out into a wider regional war.
If Iran, thank you so much for the opportunity. Couple weeks back, White House, Middle East advisor-led delegation visited Saudi Arabia.
I don't think we've actually been delicate in our messaging to Iran. We've been very clear that if Israel is attacked, we will come to the defense of Israel. You saw us do that on April 13th. I'm kind of paraphrasing what you're saying there. We will do that again. Should Israel be attacked, we absolutely will come to Israel's defense.
Ще разочок. Раз, два, три.